How do I market my classes? I would say, well, the classes kind of market themselves, I think, because everybody wants to know about Bollywood dancing now and what it is. and yeah, so people come and they know that in my class they will get Indian classical dance, whether it's Bharata Natyam or Kuchipudi or Kathak, and they will also learn a particular dance to a Bollywood song. And I don't conform. I love choreographing to music that means something to me. If I don't mean it, I don't dance it. So so I talk to my students and I find out, I play lots of different music and we see what they love. We workshop it, we play around, we just fool around a lot, when we start, we just play a piece of music and we just improvise. And then I see whether they all like it and we pick the one that everybody loves, and then we start, going down to brass tacks, as it were. We knuckle down and get to work, and then we work on the positions, on the preciseness of the positions, on projection, and on facial expressions, but above all and beyond, I find it very easy to start with the concept of the song, what the song is saying, the energy of the song, and if they've got that, everything else becomes really easy. Everything else just falls into place. What do students expect when they come to Ash? They expect fun with discipline. They expect, I've kind of, I've been here for about 10 years now in this country, and, growing up as a dancer. And it's taken me 10 years to come up with two simple words, and it's called respect creation. They learn to respect creation because I respect creation. And nothing is above and beyond, or beneath their. Let me start that again. I expect them to respect every kind of creation, whether something is high art or very high end, or whether something is very, very entertaining and not very high art, or whether something is tacky. Whatever, the person who has made it has put in work behind it, so we need to respect that. That doesn't, however, mean that we are always satisfied with our standards. We always raise the bar, we always raise the standards, and we always work towards making something worthwhile. So yes, students expect to be nice, and students expect to work hard. So that's my motto: work hard and be nice. And they expect a really thorough workout. They expect to, I think above and beyond everything, they expect to learn how to dance. To not just learn an item, or I've learned this today and I've learned this. It's, of course, we progress with every class, and that's how we've set the syllabus. But my main aim at the end of it is, when they go away, they have really worked their bodies, but they've also worked their intellect and they've also worked their soul. And I think that's what makes a complete dancer. So that's what I hope to make. A really thorough, a really well-rounded dancer, because it's so bang, 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 it's so intense. It can be so intense. And you have to think about your body, you have to think about your position, your placement, and yet you have to look at the audience, you have to talk to the audience, you sometimes have to lip sync, you sometimes have to use your eyes, your eyebrows. It's a complete workout. It's a complete, and I didn't realize how hard it was till I actually started learning, from, whether it was from Sarojji or from Faraji or Vaibhavi or Terence. Some Bollywood dances, it might look really easy, but they make you quite fit, because you're constantly on the move. So aerobically, your fitness levels really improve, and also your projection. So yeah, and also because of Bollywood dancing, we're getting to, the masses get to learn more about India through Bollywood dance and the philosophy of Indian art, which is essentially expand your soul with humility. And I think that's a great, that's a great message of Indian art is you know, art with humility and creation with humility. Um, so yeah, so that's how I feel Bollywood is contributing. I think the greatest stars in Bollywood, whether it's Amitabh Bachchan and all these amazing people, amazing stars, they're worshipped by, you know, by India in its entirety. But if you meet them, they're one of the most down-to-earth, humble people, and it's amazing, you know. And I think that's what, and these people are ambassadors of Bollywood, um, and that's how Bollywood contributes. I think it upholds Indian principles, which are actually sometimes quite global principles, because it's a way of life as opposed to a principle or a religion. Um, it's just a lifestyle of you know, living and let living, and accepting everything and respecting everything, and also questioning everything. It's quite a big term, contributing to Indian dance in the UK. Well, one of my main, as I said, one of my main wishes, one of my main aspirations is to bring Indian classical dance to sort of the grassroots level of Western civilization. And what I mean by that is to make Indian art very accessible to everybody. And it is an exotic dance form, because India is a very far off country, and India has always been seen as a sort of jewel of the East. So people will see it as exotic, so there's no point fighting that. But having said that, once they start doing Indian dance, they realize, and this is from experience, this is from, you know, workshops in schools or in malls or anywhere. Once they get into Indian dance, once they start learning, they realize it's not that different. You know, whether, say, in Bharata Natyam we make a shape. You know, it's, you know, this is second position in ballet, this is second position in Indian classical dancing. You know, this is a plie in French, this is an arimandi in an Indian language. Now, and that's the thing, and they start realizing how universal it is. You know, for example, you know, you have this Bharatanatyam or Carnatic songs, which essentially, this one particular song that says, Krishna, Krishna promised to me so sweetly that he would come, but he's not here. Why is he playing these games with me? This could happen in a Bollywood song, saying, you know, that he was, or it does, you know, I mean, the heroine sings a sad song in the movie, and it's all about how he's, you know, he's not happy with her, or he isn't here, and how she misses him. So again, those same gestures are used, and you know, there you have, and you know, in the West you have Billie Holiday in a smoke-filled speakeasy, singing about, you know, someday he'll come along, the man she loves. So whether it's a Gershwin song, or whether it's a song by Tyagaraj, or whether it's a song by Nadeem Shravan or A. Rahman, you know, whether it's in a temple, whether it's in a Bollywood film set, or whether it's in a speakeasy in Manhattan, they are all saying the same thing, because love, or unrequited love, is universal. And when people start realizing that Indian dance is just body language, it's just another way of expressing yourself, you know, using your body and your soul, then they realize it's not that different after all. And that's what I hope to do with whether it's Bollywood dancing or with Indian classical dancing. Thank you.